All right, mount escape. So we're gonna do our fundamental mount escape. Xavier's got me mounted. I wanna focus on building a good box frame. As I build this box frame, remember I want this far side elbow blocking his hip. If Xavier's able to push this elbow across the center line, it's gonna be really easy for him to arm drag me, take my back through this chair sit. So I wanna focus on building this box frame in his far side hip, checking this near side hip, and now I'm gonna focus on maintaining the inside position. So I wanna pummel this elbow in for a good inside position. I wanna get my feet as tight to my butt as possible. I'm gonna bridge and shrimp at the same time. So I'm bridging to create space, going palm down, and as I begin to descend, I'm gonna shrimp hip escape to get a knee in. I've got one knee in. I'm gonna maintain this frame, focus on getting both knees in, going into some kind of butterfly guard so I can move Xavier from there. So, good box frame, I get the inside position. I'm bridging and shrimping simultaneously as I focus on putting 4 fingers down. I wanna put 4 fingers down so that I can deny him elbow access. I'm gonna do it wrong. I'm gonna put 4 fingers up to frame. It's gonna be easy for Xavier to dig this elbow and get it above my head. So now I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna put 4 fingers down, which is gonna hide my elbow. It's gonna be very hard for Xavier to gain access to it. As I descend, I'm gonna shrimp and bring my knee to the inside. I got a knee to the inside. I'm gonna focus on creating space into some kind of butterfly style guard to start our escape from there, okay? So really focus on building a good box frame, getting elbow inside. As we bridge, 4 fingers down. As we descend, get a knee inside. As we get one knee inside, we get the second in, lift them into a butterfly, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3, let's try. So the same hand movement's gonna be on this side of Xavier's body. So I'm still building my box frame. I'm pummeling my elbow to the inside. I'm gonna work to bridge and shrimp, but maybe I have a hard time and I'm gonna force Xavier to transfer his weight. So as I bridge, I'm forcing Xavier's weight to transfer to the side to where, look on his body. His left leg is light currently, and his left leg is heavy, his right leg is light. So I'm gonna bump his right leg with the small of my back using this frame on his hip to give me some space. Now that I've got that space, my bottom leg's coming to the inside and my left leg's going over the top into single leg X. As I do this, I like to transition these frames into his armpit so I can really keep them away. Now it's hard for Xavier to crowd me because I got a good frame in place and I have my single leg X. So I want my knee high and tight in his femoral, my Achilles and knee squishing together. I want to connect them. So now I want to wrestle up from this. I personally like to put it on my shoulder. So once I put it on my shoulder, I overwrap and I begin to create space and I do a technical stand. Get up to my elbow and I begin the technical stand here. Once I'm here, I can either stand all the way up or I can put him down. What I'm not gonna do is drive him down and go straight into a triangle. So if I just drive Xavier down straight from here, they'll fit me into a triangle often. Come right here for me, Xavier. So I get into the single leg X. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gable above his knee line. Gable above his knee, and I'm gonna drag his hip to the mat. Pulling him down, I can begin to shut and pass where I want to from there. I don't want to drive straight into this triangle. So Xavier mounts me, building my box frame, pummeling to the inside. I want to force him to transfer his weight to that side with a good bridge. His weight goes there, his left leg is heavy, his right leg's light. I'm gonna bump it with the small of my back. I'm bringing my knees to the inside while keeping these frames in place into my single leg X. I cross frame on his lat, put his ankle on my shoulder, begin to extend, get up to my elbow, and technical stand, gabling, pulling them down, shucking, and clearing for my pass, okay? Don't drive them straight down and go into the triangle, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3. Same setup. I'm mounted with a good box frame, elbow to the inside. This week we're gonna focus on getting into the single leg X and options from there. So I'm gonna transfer Xavier's weight. I'm gonna force him to try to create a heavy side so that I can exploit the light side through good framing, single leg X, and I'm framing him away. So now, scoop back up for me, Xavier, just, there you go, sir. So I framed up against him there. Maybe I have a hard time putting this all the way up on my shoulder. So I just maintain this ankle lock grip. Especially in the gi, we can hold on to this and we can just use this as a form of control if we don't want to attack the ankle. So I've created my space and frame. I begin to wrestle up and I get up to here. I have a couple options. I can go simple and just go on top. I'm going to crowd Xavier's lat, knee tap him to finish off this wrestle up. I'm on top, passing. Simple. Up to your knees, wrestling down through a knee tap. The other one is I exploit. I'm here in my single leg X. I get my ankle lock grip. I'm building up to my elbow. Think about some of this stuff. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Some appropriate framing here just so Xavier can't come back in. So I have a good frame on his hip. Sometimes I need to frame these things systematically so he can't crowd into me. I build up to my elbow. I'm here, and I'm actually gonna hit a duck under this leg to get to Xavier's back. So as I'm here, I'm raising this to the ceiling. I'm diving my head under, and it's gonna expose Xavier's back as I shoot for this far side leg. I'm behind Xavier, again to chase the back from there. Let's just go single leg X here. So, two options. I wrestle up to my knees, or three options. We can just stand all the way up, shuck him down. Knee tap to finish off. Or duck under to chase Xavier's back, okay? So either way, create the space, get in this ankle lock grip, wrestle all the way up to the knee tap, duck under, stand all the way up. Just don't enter their triangle, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3.